Dear friends, we begin our eighth episode of My Career, My Identity. There is a saying, we are free to choose, but we are not free from the consequences of our choice. Dear friends, welcome to the eighth episode of My Career, My Identity. The current challenges have made many shifts and turns in our understanding, working, and learning styles. The unexpected happenings have made science a big news. We discuss on virus, vaccine, sanitizing, spreading, air, laboratories, and so on. While we experience this shift, what are our takeaways? How to respond to it? How can we connect them to our skills, future studies, and specialization? My Career, My Identity series at Dr. Benny Palati Vidum Vidyalayam YouTube channel is providing you very special opportunity to analyze the current scenario and brings out ideas to equip the youngsters for future. Indian government has come out with different initiatives. Atma Nirbhar Bharat is the strategy to become self-reliant. Advocating self-enrichment is to happen through empowering the young minds of the nation, respecting the diversity, working with the inner strengths of individuals, etc. are essential necessities here. Education system, social behaviors and relations, strengthening of the institutions, discussions and events and the role of media, government policies, democratic institutions are all have to be aligned to this focus. When we think of it, what would be the skills and focuses that are to be developed and nourished among the growing generation to capitalize the current scenario and the initiatives are of great concerns. Defense industry and services, competitions and strategic partnerships, self-reliance and boosting of manufacture, etc. are all have to mainly focus on the integral development and self-attainment of the citizens in general and the youngsters in particular for the positive future. When we look into ourselves, it's necessary to tune oneself with own talent and the areas of social and national necessity. Journeying with the God-given talent patiently till one reaches the golden shore is not simple. Many adversities are sure. At times, tragic and complete shatter can be the tale. Still, maintaining the spirit and vision of God by respecting one's own sacred talent is the story and path of success. Success does not come from what we do occasionally, but what you do consistently. Many of the young minds prepare themselves for GATE exam. Today, we will be looking into the path forward, clearing the GATE. Graduate aptitude test in engineering is basically a national examination on the comprehensive understanding of the candidates in various undergraduate subjects in engineering, technology, architecture, and postgraduate level subjects in arts, commerce, and science. As Albert Einstein has said, I never teach my people. I can only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn. My Career, My Identity series is providing a relevant discussion on the turmoiled current situation to identify the potentials for every young mind. Also, show light on the actual and specific area of skills, talents, and interests that are to be developed in the current situation by the students and youngsters to be brave, relevant, and valid for tomorrow. Please subscribe the channel and follow the upcoming every Sunday 4 p.m. event. The upcoming episodes include interactions with medical personnel, ethical hacking, data science, career options in natural sciences, etc. We have a very special and unique defense research organization, which is DRDO. Today, we interact with a researcher from DRDO to understand the skills of the individuals and to gain clarity about the areas to be practiced and developed. Self-reliant India is attained through the hard work and dedication of our minds. DRDO is India's largest and most diverse research organization. The organization includes around 5,000 scientists belonging to the Defense Research Development Service and about 25,000 other scientific, technical, and supporting personnel. There are 52 laboratories and thousands of successful researchers are happening in this DRDO institutional network. It is in this great setting, many young engineers and researchers contribute their skills. Cutting-edge technological innovations are their daily life contribution. The areas of innovation, research, and focus of DRDO are amazing. There is opening and specialization for every young mind at DRDO. Today's guest and expert, Mr. Justin, is talking from that great platform in my career, my identity series. Mr. Justin, a young spirited engineer who had the passion for maths very much clear to his mind at the schooling age, how developed himself to the great platform of DRDO for his research experience. It is wonderful. Justin has maintained the known fact about his personality and skills to move himself forward. It was the fuel for the life momentum and passion. So he reached here at DRDO. Congratulations, Justin, and a warm welcome to you. Where is the history of innovation starting from? It was from the beginning of humankind. The necessity was the mother of innovation. Now, innovation is a part of daily life, studies, and business. Dear friends, today we have youngsters from Okala parish, also from Kalkaji St. Joseph parish, to interact with the expert. Congratulations for preparing yourself for the session. Dear friends, be strong enough to stand alone, smart enough to know when you need help, and brave enough to ask for it. Let's now move to the table for discussion. I invite Mr. Justin. Over to you, Mr. Justin.
Thank you, Father. Thanks a lot for this introduction, Father. And thanks a lot. And thanks a lot also for giving me such an opportunity, Father, to at least share my experience with all the young minds present here, Father. At least I'll be of good help, or it should make some change into their mind so that they can focus on the next level of the studies or job, whatever they are interested into. So, good evening, all students. Myself, Justin P. Anthony. I'm working as a junior research fellow in Defense Research and Development Organization, Hyderabad. I'm settled in Delhi. My parents are there in Delhi. I go to Saint Francis Assisi Church, Dilshad Garden. So, and once more, I want to thank Father for giving me this beautiful opportunity so that I can share my experiences with you. So, to start with from my 10th and 11th, from my schooling days, I would say that from 10th and 12th, from 10th, I had some interest in mathematics subject. Maybe it was due to my sir. I would like to thank Govind sir especially for this. And again, to back to my 12th, when I came back, when I was in 12th class, I had some interest or good interest in mathematics subject, which helped me choose my engineering discipline, which is mechanical engineering. So I just knew only one fact: in mechanical there are lots of analytical subjects or mathematical papers, so which I was interested into, because I don't feel like studying theory, which is also important, but my area of interest was mostly mathematical. So I thought like, okay, so this was the sole reason I took mechanical engineering, and I got some help. Even there were many streams, but I thought like, okay, in mechanical it will be more of analytical. So I thought like, okay, fine, this will be a perfect fit for me. So I joined Karnataka University for BTech, and I completed my graduation in the year 2011. And I was campus placed. I was working in Quest Global for 3 years. I worked there. So I was into this stage modeling division. I mean, stage modeling and detailing. I will explain a little bit on that on my experience, which is nothing but suppose. I mean, yeah. So suppose if I want to make a component, I need to it should go through some manufacturing operations. So my aim was to create step-by-step operation, means stage drawing, so that when it goes to manufacturer, he should understand key at what stage one stage this should happen, next stage this should happen. So this was my job there. So what happened was like, yeah, I had but over the period of time, so I had interest in, I don't know, some thought came into my mind that I should do for Gamish, I should try at least gate once. So I don't know, in between when I was in it was in the year 2013. Yeah, I started. I had a plan. Kini year, I should prepare for GATE. So in the while working only, I joined this Vani coaching center in Bangalore, and I was attending the weekend classes. But due to the schedule and hectic work schedule, I could not focus much on GATE. So I used to attend the classes, but I could not practice much because GATE is more about practicing and revisions and giving more online test series, online tests you have to give. So that is more about this gate thing. If I want to, I'll share it with you later. I mean, some more points. So this is, I'm just giving my overview. So I mean, yeah. So in the year 2013, 2014, I attempted gate, but I could not clear. So I thought like, okay, fine, I'll resign. I felt like I was getting saturated in my job. So I thought like, okay, I'll give a try to this write the gate exam and to get into some PSU, public sector, or public sector. So my main aim was to write gate, was to get into public sector. So I resigned from in 2014 and went on to gate coach. I mean, came back to Delhi and joined the gate coaching class. When I was into MADEZ class, I joined MADEZ for my gate coaching. So thing is that now after 3 years of this thing, I had some basics because 3 years of work means I forgot all my basics. So, but when I joined MADEZ, I mean, I felt like I was again starting from beginning, but it was not a tough time. To say that I was able to understand the concepts again. There was a major thing, and I used to practice daily. So 2014, 15, I joined this gate classes in Saket, I mean MADEZ, and I went on with my, I mean, it was full-fledged now. I resigned from my job and full-fledged I was focusing on gate. So I mean, yeah, it was good. So daily regular classes I had, and I used to practice. I mean, daily I used to come back. I mean, every day 4 hours class was there. I used to come back and again practice. I mean, what all they have taught, I need to practice and again to practice. I mean, yeah. So again, that year 2015 also I wrote my gate exam, but I could not clear it. So I thought, I mean, I was, what to say, I was a little upset and started searching for other jobs or training what I could do, so that because time was also going on. So at like after, because results came on March 2015, so I thought like, okay, what to do next? I mean, looking for a job or what should I do? I was totally confused. Then my parents told, why don't you try it once again? So I would say that it was my parents' decision. They supported me. Yeah, you can try it once more. See, failure happened, no, not a problem. But at least if your parents are with you, standing with you, fine, you can try. So I thought like, fine, I'll give it a try once again. And again, because since I had all the notes and all the these things, I started again. And what happened was I started preparing the notes that I made from here. So yeah, so I wrote this 2016 gate, which was conducted by IIT, IISc, I believe. I forgot IISc, because gate exams can be conducted by by IITs or IIScs. So it depends every year, it changes. So I focused on gate 2016, and so this time what my strategy was, um, revision. I mean, first initially you take the classes, you go through the notes, but re-revise, and then attempt for online test series. Because this is the major, because you need to, because it's only a 3-hour exam, and within that 3 hours, what do you do? It will be your future. So you have to practice. You have to, because 3 hours means you'll be tensed writing for exams, and also you have to be, if you how much times you revise, no, so that will help you in reminding you all that key whatever you have studied, and to be efficient in your calculation, because gate exam is nothing but, so you have 15, that time it was 100 marks total. 15 marks was general aptitude, mathematics, and there's 85 questions for 85 marks was for this thing, for technical. And the pattern was quite simple. It was like it had MCQs as well as filling the blanks. So you have to fill in some values which you get after solving your problem. So this was the gate. This was a gate experience. The third attempt, I would say that and because I focused on two things: revision, and online. And this is one part revision. Next is the online test series, which helped me clear my gate. But I did not get a good score to get into PSU, which is public sector. So I mean, but I was not desperate. Thing is that I had interest in only one thing. I had interest in this technical field, that I should do something in technical. So that was my motivation. I mean, that was driving me. I should do something in technical. Okay, fine. PSU I didn't get, but that was fine. But I thought like, okay, I'll get so this is my interest towards my MTech career. So based on my gate score, I got MTech this MTech admission in MTech from Cochin University, Kerala, in thermal engineering, and I graduated from there in 2018. So what I would also would like to share is that, see, suppose you have some interest, maybe mathematics or physics. So focus on that, and then when you go further, no, you'll come across areas where you can explore more. Because I would say that BTech is like a huge thing. I mean, because I'm talking about engineering. BTech is a huge thing. You will study in mechanical. There are three major divisions. Manufacturing engineering is there, design engineering is there, thermal engineering is there. In mechanical, you study all the three. But when you come to MTech, you'll be specialized in one thing. And when you take a PhD, you'll be narrowing down. So my interest was in thermal engineering. So I don't know, maybe because I had some interest in the thermal subjects in mechanical engineering. So I had interest to take thermal engineering. So again, I followed my passion, and I joined MTech in the thermal engineering from Cochin University, and I post-graduated in the year 2018. Again, I didn't, because in QSAT there was no placement, so I didn't get any job there. So what I did, I came back home, and now when I was doing my MTech, I had interest in the computation field, which is numerical, which is evolving right now. I mean, it has been over the last 15 to 20 years, it has been evolved, but it is still progressing. There are more scope of getting a job, or what to say, it is the skills are being enhanced every time, or because the use of computers are getting what to say, those high-end configurations you will get, so you can run more calculations and all that. So I had this interest in computation fluid dynamics. I mean, I think I'm complicating you. Is it fine if I talk? Hello, hi students. I mean,
General.
Yeah, sure.
But मेरा तो
yeah, okay. So I'll just share this. So after MTech, I was looking for a job. So in the part time, I mean, when I was at home, what I did was, like, my interest was in computation, or numerical computation, I would say. So what I did, there are many online lectures are available, like NPTEL, which is National Program on Enhanced Technology Enhanced Learning. From these are conducted by IIT professors, ISc professors. There is a website called Coursera where you can get into many different fields, like mathematically, I mean, that, like, artificial intelligence is there, machine learning is there. So there are so many courses available online. So I thought, like, why waste my time? Let me focus on my area of interest and let me study the basics, because I didn't know. I knew only to run the software, but I didn't know the basics. So I thought, like, okay, fine, I'll do some basic study on that. So I joined this NPTEL course, which is conducted by IIT professors, and and it was good, because it was a learning experience for me, and because since I had interest in this field, it was good enough. So during this, so I was looking. I mean, parallelly, I was applying for jobs as well as into this domain. And I was in Delhi. I mean, applying for jobs everywhere, but I couldn't get through some. So later point of time, what happened was, I joined Bangalore. I mean, to get some practical training on this CFD. I mean, some industrial experience. So there, I mean, during that time, what happened was, I mean, I came across this opening, this junior research fellow opening in the LinkedIn. So when I thought, like, so what they've told is that criteria is BTech plus GATE or MTech and thermal engineering they mentioned. So I thought, like, okay, fine, this is a good field, and I would like to definitely. So I submitted my application, and I was completely out. I completely lost about, when I completely forget about it, because I was applying to other jobs. So what happened was, 2019 January, what happened? I received a call that you are shortlisted for the interview. I mean, written test, you're shortlisted. So they mentioned you have to write a written test, and then you have to go for the interview. So again, I came back to Hyderabad. Written test was on 30th, I mean, January end, and in the same day itself they published the result, and said that my name was on the list. So means I should come for I should attend the interview the next day. So when so next day came, I mean, next day came, I attended the interviews. It was like what they asked was completely from gate only, from the basics. Because since I revised many times, I remembered few of the concepts. So that thing was really helpful for me because I studied thermal engineering. I was completely out on some other subjects. But since I studied in GATE all these subjects, it was because I re-revised it. Why I'm stressing on re-revision is because it is really helpful. Re-revision. So I remembered some concepts and it was really helpful. Why? Because I remembered in the interview that I didn't. I mean, I was not into that field, but still I could remember some of the things, some of the basic things which was needed for which was needed. So I cleared my this thing interview and I joined as a junior research fellow from March 2019. I'm working till and I would like to share some experience on this exposure here. That is what. So these skills, I would say that in my 11th, what happened? I took computer science, like 10th. I mean, people, even I was science background, but I took computer science. But thing was that I got computer, but I didn't understand any of the basics of computer science, like coding and all that. So what I did was in 12th I changed to physical education so that at least I'll be happy because I can get some score. So, but that okay, I thought like that left me. I thought like I left with that coding and all that. But when I came back to here when I joined as a junior research fellow, that was the task. My sir Atul Ramesh Bhagat, I would like to personally thank him. Why? Because he developed this coding skills in me. I never did any single code. So, can you understand what is coding or simple programming? Is it okay? Like if I talk about hello students, hi.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
programming. So so simple programming. So, but when I came to DRDO, the first task what sir gave me was to code. Okay, so I was like, oh, never did this in my life. Now I am going to do that. And one of the positive thing what I would say is that I would like to thank my sir because he told you practice. I mean, you work on it. I know you didn't do any coding, but still you. So what I used to do is I used to do manual calculations first. Then I used to write a code, which helped me to develop my coding skills. So this was the greatest experience which I gained from DRDO, and the domain which I was interested in also I got in. And the sir was also in the numerical part, I mean computation part, and I was under him working for him on some projects. And so from this scratch I've developed. So this was a challenge that I got in DRDO, and I was happy accepting it. And my sir also, because he helped me, he only gave me this idea. What you do is, okay, you don't know coding, no worries. What you do is take a paper, take a pen, write it down, write a small things and solve it manually, then code it. This way I developed my coding skills. And so this was a changing, I mean, turning point in my or I would say that this was a challenge which I never thought I would come across, but I came across and I accepted it. And okay, I crossed that. I mean, I'm not a master, but I can say that I can code now. So this was a really good experience from DRDO what I got, and I'm getting it right now. I mean, it's on progress. Because learning is never an ending process. It's like it goes on. If you enter some field, again, if you know something, there is some more thing which will come across. So again, you'll go for that. So it's a learning curve each day. So this was my experience till now from the class 10th to the to this position, JRF junior research fellow in DRDO. And I'm hoping to talk about JRF position in DRDO, it is not a permanent position. It is only for 2 years. And there's one more thing. If I suppose after 2 years there will be review. So once you clear the review, so they'll promote you as senior research fellow. So that is my tenure here. So this is not permanent position, but still it will be a learning curve for you. Maybe you can, if you are some interest in PhD, or if you want to plan to go abroad, so you can say that, okay, I work for so and so firm and I've gained this experience. So this really counts. This is what I want to share it with you. And so this was my journey from the class 10th to the here. And what do I, because I have made some. So and now I would like to share some I mean, I had written one point, there is opportunities in India and abroad, because majority of you are studying in 11th, 12th, and also pursuing the BSc degree. And I know, I mean, I have interacted with one guy, Denson, who has completed his engineering, and he's also looking for some good firms to work into. So I would like to share that, I mean, in India as well as in abroad. So if you are, I mean, because I had a talk with some of my friends who are in Italy, who are in Australia, who are in Sweden. So what they told was, if you can afford it, if you can afford to go abroad, it's best to do your bachelor's outside there, because it will be a new experience totally. Why? Because you're completely new there. You have to start from scratch. Everything you have to, it's on your capability how you build it. So this was what they told me, and I would like to share some more experiences which I've written, one of my friend told me, ki, how do you start? Or so what one of my friend told me was, first identify your. Suppose if you're going for abroad, maybe for bachelor's. So what he told me, some 2 3 points he told me. So I would like to share it with you. There was, first is identify your area of interest, like whatever field, maybe because I'll be in engineering, so I'll talk about more on engineering. So either mechanical or civil or electrical, anything, and then based on your area of interest, identify the country which you want to go to. And then thing is that, because since you're after 12th, it is like, because you are under parental guidance through it will be difficult for us to make them, I mean, to adjust in the outside, in the abroad countries. So he told me, like, there are challenges like you have to start from scratch, involved with others and all that. So yeah, and yeah, yeah, Father. I think I'm done with it, Father. So you can. So this was my journey, and I've got some points from my friends also. If I wanted you to share, I can share it. I mean, I can read it out. Is it okay, Father, if I share it?
Yeah, I mean, it can be those who want can you have it later. Now,
Later, okay.
do you have, I mean, some slides about?
Yeah. About the DRDO, Father, it's a very simple and basic, like how to get into DRDO, because these are the questions, no? I mean, so I thought, like, okay, I'll prepare. I mean, some doubts will happen, because people, how to get into DRDO, and what are the different permanent positions you get in DRDO, and all the what are the different branches, eligibility criteria, and all that. So yeah, I made a small PPT, and I'll definitely share the link with yeah. A second, Father. Is it visible? Is it fine?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So it's like Defense Research and Development Organization. So as Father already mentioned, it deals with the mainly military research. I'm just reading it out because it is all general.
Yeah.
So it deals with the military research and the development to introduce new technology or equipment for the purpose to help the nation to have a better defense system to protect its citizens. So as Father told, it has total 52 labs in India, and I have mentioned few labs over here. So these are the different labs, and I would like to highlight some of the roles and responsibility of the individual lab. Because mine, I am working for this lab, ASL. If you can see, ASL stands for Advanced Systems Lab. They mainly deals with the development of the design and development of the missile systems. Because there are almost 52 labs, I could not, I mean, I did not take all the responsibilities, but I thought, like, okay, I'll share a few, because it's all available, it's all free to public, and it's easily available in the websites. I've shared the link also, and like this DRDL is there, which stands for Defense Research and Development Lab. It mainly it also deals with the missiles, which is underwater, like sea, land, as well as air-based platforms. Next is the DIPR, which is Defense Institute of Psychological Research. So if you're interested in psychology, you can also get into DRDO. So what they does is, like, they provide training in the selection, stress, and combat stress management. Mainly they are into of the armed forces and the DRDO. And because my interest was mainly on this thing, Anurag is another department which mainly deals with the numerical research, numerical concepts, numerical analysis. AD is for aeronautical development establishment. So they deals with the flight control systems, aeronautical systems, and there's another division which is food research laboratory. It deals with the development of ready-to-eat foods, preservation of foods, so nutrition and biochemical evaluation. So there are many departments, like many degrees, so that if you like, good amount of chances is there to get into DRDO. And I would like to share what are the permanent positions in DRDO. And what I mean, who all conducts that? So majorly, can you if you can see that there are majorly this five permanent positions. One is the technician. Next is the STA, which stands for Senior Technical Assistant. Next is the multitasking staff, admin and allied services. So there's a department called Septum, which is talent management. Septum stands for
Septum is, yeah,
yeah, father.
here in the
Yeah,
previous
here
one.
only. Is there,
See,
father?
yeah,
Yeah, previous slide only, father. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, Center for Personal Talent Management. So yeah, so this mainly deals with the recruitment for the technician, and people like because if I show you that I have made some. I can open just a second. Can you see this?
Only the
Center for Personal. Only the PPT. Can you see?
yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, I'll make a new share. I'll make a new share.
You need to, you should be.
Yeah, can you see this, father?
Yes,
It
yes,
is Center for Personal Talent Management Septum.
yeah,
So this I got from internet. This is for the multitasking staff. So what are vacancies like people essential qualification you can find out. So after 10th, after doing ITI, even diploma people can get in. Even people who are doing BSc, after BSc they can apply for GATE or apply for the Septum examinations. So this is multitasking staff. I would like to share one more thing, two more things. This is for the technician, which is nothing but after diploma. Technician is after ITI, which is Industrial Training Institute. Like people after 10, what they do is students used to go to ITI, which is Industrial Training Institute, which is almost for 2 years. So they gain some practical experience and they write this exam, Septum, Tech A, Technician A post. So these are all the some of the trade or discipline like which will help people to get into DRDO. These are all permanent positions. I mean, yeah, I'll share all these because it is easily available also, and I will share with father all means these things. And one more thing I would like to share is yeah, STAB. If you can see that Septum STAB. So these are all the subjects. If you have like agriculture is there, automobile, botany, chemical engineering, chemistry. So these are diploma. If I can show you here, it's bachelor's degree in science, BSc, or 3 years diploma in engineering or technology or computer science or allied subjects in the required discipline. So these are all the permanent position. Like electrical engineering is this thing, mathematics is there because we have students from mathematics background, metallurgy, photography, physics, psychology, zoology. Yeah, can you see this? Can you enter to DRDO that?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
These are technical disciplines as well as there is one more position which is scientist post. So which is solely through GATE. What happens is if you get a good score, I mean good score in DRDO, good GATE score in DRDO, I mean in the GATE exam. So they'll publish this notification saying that if you have so and so score above, you can apply for this thing. So if you get if they shortlist you, there'll be one written test in DRDO. Once you're shortlisted after the GATE score, there'll be written test in the DRDO and as well as the interview. Post that there'll be they'll be you'll be put into scientist position like scientist B. It starts from scientist B. So I have shared a link also to how to get into DRDO eligibility and in DRDO.gov.in there's a careers website is there. So yeah, yes, father. So yes, father. So I'm almost done with the slides. So
Okay,
if you have some doubts, like because students are from different backgrounds, so if now I can if I could interact with them, what are their doubts because I do not know. So that'd be really helpful, father. So and what are
okay, okay. Now,
because
you
I
can ask your queries, your questions. You can ask.
So what are the works done by the DRDO and what are its key roles and responsibilities?
Yeah, so this if I refer to this slide number 3, so mainly because there are so much of labs available here, so every lab has got its own specialization. If because I work for this ASL lab, so I am mostly into the this missile nose tip, which is on the top part of the missile. So I'll be working on I'm on that part, and different departments like DRDO is there. So I mean, based on your interest, like not yeah, so like psychological thing is there, and even technical disciplines like avionics, flight control systems, even in my propulsion systems. There are many works. So if you are like, I mean, if you are interested, because I've already mentioned you some of the eligibility criteria. So if you fall under these criteria, you can easily you can write those exams and get into DRDO, and which is a permanent position. Now it depends upon the individual how they if they want to, because some people, because what I know is I didn't focus much on government exams. My major focus was on GATE. There's another exam called Indian Engineering Services. So since my focus was on GATE, so I just only those exams only focused on. So yeah, so based on your this thing, I mean, you can look. Hello, yeah, Agnes, is it?
Yeah, I
Does
can
it?
hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And next question, I mean, those who have questions, you can one after another ask.
What are the eligibility criteria and entry requirements that are needed to join DRDO? And what, according to you, are the certain aspects that an individual should develop in order to get selected in DRDO?
So what are the eligibility criteria? I've already shared with you this slide. So because since there are different positions like technician, senior technical assistant, scientist post is there. So for the scientist position, you need a BTech degree. If you have a BSc degree, and there's another thing is that if you got into DRDO as a senior technical assistant, then you can upgrade, you can promote yourself by writing an internal exam. They can promote you to scientist position. So these are the eligibility criteria. And if because I've already shared you, I'll be sharing you with this PPT, so you can get information on all these eligibility criteria and what are different departments they're working into. Z. And yeah, and one more thing, what you asked was what according to certain aspects that the individual should develop in order to get selected. So what I would say is that I mean you have to what I would, because it's only it's all exam based. So if I would say that because STA, because I had a talk with I had a talk with STA senior, one of the senior technical assistants. So what he told me was he wrote the exam, he got selected, and he is in now. But in case of scientists, there'll be, I mean, it is a little bit tough. What happens? You have to clear GATE, then you have to, there'll be shortlisting based on GATE, and there'll be exams in the DRDO itself, and then there'll be interview. So it's all about whatever you study, what subjects you study, based on that only. It's completely, yeah. There is no like you have to develop so and so skill, I would say that, but learning, oh, that's what. So this is what I
Thank
want to say. It's all. Yeah.
Yes, I would like to ask, how was your experience? How's your experience working in the organization? What are the things that you've learned throughout being an engineer there and in this organization?
Yeah, first I would like to share is that I never aim for DRDO first thing. Why? Because I was looking for a job. I just came across this opening. I thought like, okay, fine. They require. I mean, they have told they require masters in thermal engineering. So based on this, I applied and I got into DRDO. But after coming to DRDO, as I mentioned earlier, the skills that I've learned is challenging, because I never thought I will do a coding skill. I mean, I had never this coding skill, so I developed that. So that was the what do I say? That was the what that I identified in myself. Yeah, I can do. So it was also the help of sir also who helped me in what to say. He makes sure that I did it. So that was his aim. Yeah. So these are the what are the major job opportunities. So yeah, I mean, as a scientist you can work as a senior technical assistant. So these are all permanent positions. So once you get in, so works will, because we don't know which all lab you'll be put into. So there'll be different kinds of work. In my case, it is like I'm working on numerical part, so which I had interest. So I've been, yeah. Mm, yeah, so that's it. I would like to.
And next can be Benson. Benson is not here.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, congratulations for being selected into DRDO.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And my question is Dare to Dream 2.20 is
Hmm.
an initiative launched by DRDO,
Hmm.
remembrance of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So,
Yes.
can
Yes.
you
Yes.
explain in brief what it is about?
So it's about building. Suppose if you want to build a start, or if you want to if you are doing some innovation, you can share it with the DRDO. This thing, DRDO website or DRDO. You can come in contact with the DRDO person, and you can share it with them.
I,
So and so things I've done. So it is nothing but more of innovation as a startup or
yes,
as an individual.
as far as I have learned, it's a startup program, right?
Yeah, it's a startup or based
Supporting the
on.
startup.
Yeah, it's an individual or a startup. So if I because I
Okay.
in my slide if I show you, I mentioned a point on that.
Mhm.
It's about to promote individuals and startups for innovation in defense and aerospace technologies in the country after the to make you self-reliant. So that is the call.
Okay.
So if you have some new idea, if you have a new idea, you can share it
Okay.
with the idea. And there are many criteria. So what I've done, I've shared a link. I mean below that, if in the PPT also you can see a link there, so that you can come across what are the eligibility criteria. Because I didn't add all that because it is easily available. So I thought like if I share the link, it will be really helpful.
Okay.
Okay, that's all. The next person can ask.
आवाज क्या आ रहा है?
What, according to you, are the interests and the skills that an individual should possess from younger age that to get into this prestigious organization?
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's about only focus. Because I know some of my friends who are directly like who after BTech will say that no, I am only preparing for GATE. I want only government sectors. So I mean, I would say that suppose if you are focusing on one thing, suppose if you have aim that okay, I need a government job, then you can prepare accordingly. So this is what I just had to share and identify your area of interest. So are you, and because I mentioned, I've written some points, so I would like to read out that. So identify your area of interest first, and then are you interested in the government job? So after, like after once you get a job, so it is like, because once you get into DRDO, so you will come across all the things, what they, because you'll be working from day one. So, so if I would say that interest or skills, I would we suppose there is another position called scientist C. What happens is that they'll recruit based on the experience. They'll ask for MTech as well as you should have some 3 years of experience in the so and so domain. So if my experience matches that, I mean they can consider me for the interview. So what according to you are the interests and skills that individual should possess is from a younger age? Yeah, this is what you asked. Yeah, just I mean what I would say is keep your focus, stay focused. Suppose if you want to enter into DRDO, stay focused and work on it. Do not go around here and there. Suppose because in I would like to share this experience that in my GATE experience, I was only focused on only GATE. So I didn't focus on I want this, I want that. No, first my aim was to clear GATE to get into some PSU, but I could not get into PSU. I was fine. I thought like okay, I want to do something in technical. If you have some interest in the technical field, go for it.
Thank you.
What inspired you to be a part of this, and how did you manage to work towards your goal?
Work towards my goal. I would say that see after MTech I was after MTech in my from my like when you build up, like I would say that when I did my BTech, so then I came to know that there are 3 divisions. So I identified my area of interest. In mechanical, it was thermal engineering. So I went for that. And And when I reached the MTech, when I was pursuing my MTech in thermal engineering, because there'll be friends around, and you'll be coming across majority of topics of projects that they'll be doing. So I developed this interest in this numerical computation field, I would say that. So which helped me, to learn more. So if you are like, I would say that just be focused on your topic of interest and just work towards it.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, I'm Avalyn.
Hi.
My question is, apart from GATE, are there any other specific entrance exams to qualify and be eligible and to be an eligible candidate for the recruitment?
Yeah, as I mentioned, GATE is only for BTech graduates. But if you want to, since in my PPT, if you go for these positions, suppose you have a bachelor degree. If I just share it with you, this. Can you see this?
You can share again. You need to just.
Yeah.
Share.
Okay, Father. Yes, sure, Father. Yeah. So this is a senior technical, which is also a permanent position. In this, what you need is a diploma or a bachelor degree in science from all these disciplines like automobile, botany, chemical. So yeah, I mean, GATE is only for scientist entry. But apart from that, if you want to apply for these positions, there is this septum, means this department conducts an exam for these positions like technician, multitasking staff, admin and allied, all that. So apart from GATE, because if you are interested in more of engineering degree, then I would go. I mean, if you are interested in this Indian engineering services, so you can definitely give a try on that. I would say that since my focus was completely on GATE, so I just focus on only one thing. So yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, sir, I had another question. You've spoken about the different posts that are there in this institution. So, how can we apply, and like, when is the time that we can apply for these exams? Septum and all of
Septum is the problem in the septum is that septum happens like it depends upon the requirement of the institution. So septum it does not happen every year. So I had a talk with one of my friends. So what he told me was 2016 septum came. I mean recruitment for this STAB came, senior technical assistant came, and then it came in 2018. So it depends. So you have to be like what to say. You have to. I mean I'll share some job websites like in indgovjobs.in or so in this whatever government opportunities are there, no, you will get in all these. It says that after 10th what are the jobs available, or after 12th what are the jobs available, after BSc diploma, so all that. So I've shared this, I've put on these websites also so that you can easily go through it. And though it is not, I cannot say that every year this will happen. Maybe after 2 years or 3 years it may happen. So you have to be like, you have to constantly looking for these website links so that you'll come to know about the openings.
Also, like you mentioned right now that like people who have completed their BTech, they can apply for GATE. So like I am right now my third year of bachelor's in science. So
Bachelor
I
in science, yes.
right? I can apply
No.
for this, the technician course.
Yeah, you can apply. And one more thing, because in GATE, I think, in GATE, I remember it was like people who are attempting, who are in the 4th year can also apply for GATE. So I believe that, I mean, I'm not sure, but maybe who are in the final year of the BSc can also apply for this septum exam. Septum exam happened in 2019. So next, I don't know. I mean, because this notification also, this is from, it's from 2018. Yeah, 2018 it happened.
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
Hi, as you just mentioned that your preparation techniques, but being a mechanical engineer, I just wanted to know, just in brief, that your preparation techniques that helped you to succeed and reach your goal.
Okay, preparation technique was first thing. What I would like to say is hard work. So So first is you have to stay focused. I mean, if you're focusing on gate, means completely focus on that thing. And because otherwise you will be diverting here and there. So if you're focused, whatever be the result, see, result you do not know whether you clear or fail. You do not know whether you pass or fail. But still, if you're focusing on one thing, just focus on one thing. Just try your best, try your work, and try to work hard on that. And what I would say is, in gate, what is needed is revision, because the 3 years decide what you are. Means you can get a score, you can get a good score, you can get a, maybe you cannot qualify, you won't qualify. So it depends upon the 3 years. So what I, the two things what I felt is revision as well as the online test series, and be consistent. Like if you're, it's a daily task. You cannot say that after 6 months I'll look for, I mean, I'll study some subject, then again. So it's daily you have to work out. So I would say this thing. So revision as well as online test series, please. If you're attending for GATE, do these two. These two are the must.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Now, what would be the message that you would like to give the youngsters as a motivation for them?
Stay focused and work hard and identify your area of interest. First thing is identify your area of interest, whatever it be. Let it be economics, let it be physics, let it be mathematics, anything. It's not necessary that everyone should go to engineering degree, take a diploma or BSc in major. Because what I did was I got into Karuna, so parallelly I got a degree. I mean, I got into Delhi University also, but since I joined Karuna, I could not come back to DU. So I left it. So because and my because I had interest in maths, so I applied for BSc mathematics. But since I got into mechanical, I then left it. Then I was happy, but I was happy. I mean, I felt like I was happy doing mechanical engineering. So I would say that stay focused and work on your area of interest. So this is what I wanted to share.
Thank you, sir.
There is scientific curiosity a matter for every child, how to work and nurture on them.
Scientific curiosity, it depends from person to person. Like, because my area of interest is maybe science, so I'll focus more on nature, what's happening in nature and how can I relate it with my subject. But your area of interest may be something else, so how can you, but technology, if I talk about science and technology, it's like it's daily evolving and it's daily growing, so everything is technology now, so it's in demand. So yeah, I mean, I would say that it depends upon your area of interest. What I would say is that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. So another thing, like I got to know about this institution from father itself. So
Okay.
Googling, I was going through what the institution is there, and then I got to know that Dr. Abdul Kalam he was there. He was from that institution, and so what was his, contribution to the institution? Some of the things that he did there, if you can share that.
Yeah, Abdul, I mean, the whole this concept of missile, I mean, this work from missiles, like Agni missile, to name a few missiles, which is Agni as well as Prithvi. So it was started by Abdul Kalam sir only. He only started this thing in DRDO. We should have something, I mean, to develop our nation. So these are the projects. So these are the under his guidance only the projects like missile, Agni, and Prithvi started. Yeah. So this I would like to put it before you.
Thank you.
So, what does every student has to do with science and technology, and how can an individual or a student improve his or her skills in order to get good scores in their academic skills and achievements? As you said, you were good at maths, but most of the kids aren't that great at maths. So, what would you suggest for them?
So I would say that identify your area of interest. Suppose not math, maybe chemistry or physics. So identify your area of interest and I mean, now if I talk about science and technology, so what I wanted to share is that because I have seen the, I mean, when I was studying, I had this I didn't have a smartphone also. So I have seen that generation and also now this generation, which people, because every student has got a smartphone now. So technology, science and technology is like, it is always, it will emerge. I mean, it will evolve as a daily process. So what I feel is that get along with it, get an idea of it, what is going on. Suppose in your area of research, suppose you have some area, maybe you are into economics. So how can science and technology be analyzed into your, because in economics, I think you have to deal with, if I'm talking about economics simply, so I think you have to deal with some statistics. So statistics means you will be dealing with some numbers. So numbers means you will have some mathematical terms or something, maybe some computation. So how can you involve that technology into your area of subject? And what I would say is read. I mean, if you read, because there are many other departments. So if to be frank, because there are many other things like not only mechanical, electrical is there, EI is instrumentation. There are many upcoming topics also like machine learning, artificial intelligence, and all that. So even I don't have much idea, but if you read it, at least you'll get to know the terms. Okay, when these are the new trending terms, you'll get an idea, and just I mean be with your this thing. Focus on your area of research because there are hundreds of things going on, but you cannot focus on hundreds of things. Focus on one thing and do your part. And yeah, so this, and also I would like to share one more thing. Uh, regarding GATE, because I have already told revision as well as online test series. So one more thing, what I want to act is do your part and just leave it to God. Rest. This is what I followed. Whatever you could do that, and then leave it to God. Lord, help me, strengthen me, guide me, and just pray so that it helps you. It strengthens you. This also I wanted to share it with you. So prayer is also an important thing. And yeah, and this last term, this science and technology, if you are doing some degree, or you can go for internship, try for internship, so that you will get a taste of industry, what is going on in the industry, what are the new terms or techniques, like that. Internship, do many projects, do as much as many projects or internships, because it will help you, because maybe still now you have not you have not identified your area of interest, but when you do internships, or when you do many projects, you'll come to know that okay, maybe this might be your area of interest. So if you do more mini projects as well as internship, you can identify your skills as well as also your area of interest. So can I just get like what the people, what are you doing? Angelina, what are you doing right now? Can I, Father, is it okay, Father? Hello?
Yeah, sure. I mean, they are from
Because
all the
Sir, I'm in 9.
ninth class.
you're in ninth class. Okay. Because I have talked some more technical, so I don't want to do all that. I mean, very basic. Keep it very basic. So
Yeah.
that's why, yeah. And in this, Beatrice is doing her BSc mathematics.
Yes, I'm
Because
in my.
yeah, and Agnes, what she's doing? What are you
I'm in
doing?
11th standard.
Oh, you're in 11th standard, okay. And Evelyn?
I'm actually doing my post graduation in psychiatric social work
Okay, post graduation psychiatrist. Okay, from where?
from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai.
Okay, TS
Yeah.
Bombay. Okay.
Yeah.
And Denson, yeah, Denson had a talk. He's doing. I mean, he's completed his engineering degree in mechanical.
Yes, I completed in 2019.
2019. Yes. Yeah. I mean, so,
Yeah.
yeah. Told me.
And currently I'm working at Noida, Sector 63.
What field? I mean, what domain are you working in?
I'm working right now as a project manager in a startup. It's basically a startup.
Acha, project manager. Okay, cool. Okay, good. Rohit, that's what I mean. I had this interest into this technical discipline, so I took masters, MTech. Yeah.
Okay, usually we finish our sessions in 1 hour. So I think it is exactly 1 hour now. So we can just conclude our session. Anyway, it is very thankful to Justin, especially you were really motivating the children, directing them to have identify the area of interest.
Area of interest, yes,
You
Father.
were repeatedly.
That is a major thing, Father.
Because
Yeah.
that is true.
Yes, Father.
In your journey also from 11th class, you identified maths is your cup of tea. Then
Yes,
okay, then you were praying. You added that by praying, you were led to which you were not planning to get into DRDO.
No, Father, I never planned. Yeah. To be true, I never planned to get into DRDO. I just came across this notification, I applied, and I got in here by God's grace.
I mean, that's God's blessing. If you have that identified the in area of interest, then that dedication and hard work. I mean, this is the thing which every student till the person reaches a perfect arena. Okay, even after that, the same is required, but then automatically there will be challenges. Otherwise, we won't be get freed from those challenges. But as we are students, we need to continue
Yes, sir.
repeatedly reminding us about the area of interest and dedication and hard work. Anyway, that way you were just motivating the youngsters, and also many will be watching this, especially about DRDO. Many are not known to that very unique institute.
Yes,
Even
father.
when I was also researching 52 research areas, which
Yes, father.
is one of the biggest in India. So very unique. And there are various opportunities from scientists till
Yes.
very basics.
Very basic. Yes, father.
That is very good. And I hope even there is a missile woman from Kerala, Jessie ma'am, as a scientist working there, as in the same seat of Abdul Kalam. Jessie ma'am, yes, she is there, missile woman. She is known as missile woman. She is the DRDO. She is from Kerala.
Yes,
Okay. Anyway, thanks a lot. Now, as an official vote of thanks, our Denson will be giving that final official vote of thanks. What to you, Denson?
Okay, so this session has been an absolute enriching experience, and as we wind up it here, it's my privilege to acknowledge the contribution of those who worked hard to make this session fruitful. And it was an honor to have you with us today, who took out this
Thank
time
you.
from your busy schedule and enlightened us with your words of wisdom. And on behalf of everyone, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and thank you for leading the session today. And this session wouldn't have been possible without the tireless efforts of our parish priest, Reverend Dr. Father Binni Parati. He has been a mentor and a guiding light for the youth. And Father, I take this opportunity to thank you for the hard work and constant efforts that you take to conduct such sessions for us. And finally, I would like to thank all the participants for adorning the occasion and putting forward your questions to the expert. And this session wouldn't have been possible without you guys. And I hope this was a learning experience for each one of you as well. So that's it from my side. And over to you, Father.
Okay, so we end anyway. Thanks a lot. So
Thanks.
we can all understand new opportunities and the new challenges.
Yes, father. Yes.
Acting with our own God-given interest, areas of interest. So thanks a lot, Justin, and also all the
Thanks a lot, father.
Yeah. So
Thanks. Father, one more thing, father. I would like to. I'll share the PPT with you, father,
sure.
So that you can and whatever doubts if they have, like students, because I don't know their area of interest, but still, if they have some doubts, you can call me on my number. Yeah, or I'll share my email ID also. Maybe they can write it to me. Anyhow, and I'll share you the PPT, father, because there are some links also I placed it there, so it will be really helpful for them. They can just get a taste of it. I mean, what are things are available and what are all that.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah.
So
thanks a lot, father. Thanks a lot, father. Thanks a lot.
So every Sunday we have this similar. So most probably next week it will be medical related areas and the basics interests which everyone has to flourish. Also, there will be another session of ethical hacking that also will be in the ethical hacking. An expert from Kuwait and his team will be joining for ethical hacking session. So and also data science also is ready. So one after another sessions
it's all
to motivate them. So for all the viewers, be stay tuned Sunday 4 p.m. For these sessions. Okay, thanks.
Yes, father.